If you ordered your team not to spy on Trump's campaign, and your orders are always followed, why was there a Crossfire Hurricane investigation at all?
Well, there were concerns about foreign interference.
But that's not what you said. You said there was no interference. You told Clapper no cyber attacks altered the election.
That's what we assessed in 2016.
Yet you pushed the Russian narrative. Why?
It was a precaution.
A precaution or a coup? Because you said there was no threat. Yet your team launched a years-long investigation.
I recall what
I can have the court reporter read it back to you.
I know what I said. I don't need it read back to me like I'm some kind
Why the two stories? Mr. President, why did you...
Sometimes people act on their own.
No, you said your team never acts on their own. They follow orders or the Democrats fail. So why was Trump's campaign spied on?
President Trump, we've got the FISA warrants, and they're riddled with errors.
And the dossier has Hillary's fingerprints all over it.
I did what any patriot would do!
Order in the court!
Here's a story of a guy named Barry who was spying with some very dirty friends. There was Brennan, Rice, and Clapper at the center, pushing all their shady friends. Here's a story of a man named Comey with McCabe and Peter Strzok behind the scenes. They were framing while pretending they were righteous, using lies and fake machines. Till the one day when they all began colluding, and they knew they had to try and stop the Don. So they cooked up Russiagate and phony FISA. That's the way they all became the Berry Bunch, the Berry Bunch, the Berry Bunch. That's the way they became the Berry Bunch. If your team followed orders, then why was Trump's campaign under surveillance?
Well,
You ordered their surveillance, didn't you? Because that's what you told your team to do. And when it started to unravel, you threw your staff under the bus. You falsified classified memos to cover your tracks. You manipulated the intelligence reports. Former President Obama, did you order the surveillance of Trump's campaign?
Obama, you don't have to answer that.
I'll answer the question. So America wants answers.
I think America's entitled.
America wants answers?
America wants the truth.
America can't handle the truth.
Hey, is that Obama up there?
Barry lied, Comey tried, Hillary Clinton's interns died. Obama, you're going home. The Russia hoax, the dossier. You said you're sorry, but I don't care. Obama, you're going home.
All right, Mueller. What'd you find?
Yeah, let's see what that $32 million bought us. Well, my investigation, Crossfire Hurricane, followed by a special counsel probe, looked at every angle of the alleged Trump-Russia collusion.
So, what's the outcome?
Well, we indicted 37 individuals, secured 7 guilty pleas, and uncovered Russian interference through social media and hacking of Democratic servers. Well, that's good, right? Well, here's the thing. We found no evidence that Donald Trump or his campaign conspired or coordinated with Russia.
You what?
I found no evidence Trump or his campaign colluded with Russia to influence the 2016 election.
Woke up quick, dropped the truth by noon. Just know I gotta arrest Barack Obama soon. I gotta expose the coup before the day begins, before the fake news buries all my wins. I checked the files and damn near went blind. Comey and his boy and grabbed my grip with a smoking gun on the side of my hip. Bailed outside and Diamond stopped prepping. Just as I thought, the snakes kept stepping. Jumped in the beast, hit the gas on the ride. I truthed up and down and side to side. Then I let the briefing play. Pumping raw leaks from the NSA. It was treason at the top of the list. Then I dropped my own post. It went something like this.
I had a greater responsibility to destroy this.
Good evening, and thank you all so much, and welcome to the United Spot YouTube Live, hosted by yours truly, the United Spot. Thank you all so much for being here tonight in this Michelle Obama expose, where we uncover the absolute truth about Michelle Obama, and you're going to hear it here first. First and foremost, I would like to say, Tammy, I am so sad about that. That breaks my heart. And I'm so sorry they had to go through that. Horrible. Very, very sad. Jonathan, thank you for that. Truly appreciate it. Leonard, also thank you so much as well. God Bless America is here. How are you? Monkey Shines is here. John Lerner is here. T Dizzle. Skippy is here with Joe. Thanks. Thank you so much. Having coffee with common sense. Great to have you here. Tammy as well. Thank you so much, Tammy. Prayers to you and your family. That's horrible. Free from Deception, George Bowie, and Sir Campbell is here. John Castaneda, great to see you here, by the way. Thank you so much. So last night, before I dive into the Michelle Obama saga, last night I was hit with a curveball. A woman by the name of Wendy Peppercorn came into the chat, and it was either last night or the night before, I can't remember, and I've been literally losing my mind. It's Wendy Peppercorn, the lifeguard from The Sandlot. And I just kept hearing peppercorn, but it's actually pronounced, it's peppercorn. And I've only seen The Sandlot, literally, I think maybe once or twice, because my youngest kid used to watch it. And crazy. Annette Poison, I would never forget about you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I need to explain something to you, though. I created a video today. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And it's a Seinfeld video. And because I like you guys so much, I'm going to play it for you guys after this. I'm going to play this first because I really like this video. I've got some information about Michelle Obama that is going to be far more groundbreaking than Nick Shirley. Okay. It's going to be more groundbreaking than Minnesota. It's going to be more groundbreaking than anything you've ever heard of before. And I also want to let you know, too, that I can't even walk right now. I'm in so much pain. I've been injured. Yes, I've been injured. But I saved a whole lot of money by switching to Geico, even though I can't even afford insurance. But I'm really hurt. I'm bad. I'm damaged goods. It's over. I've been injured. I was injured today. Lucky to be alive. Lucky to still be here. Very, 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 very painful. But luckily, it's just, hopefully it's temporary. But oh man, what a day. Anyways, thank you so much for that, Jonathan. Another one. Thank you so much. I feel like a strobe light Tuesday on stretch mark. Never mind. But I do feel like an adult stripper. Thank you so much. Just make it rain. I always have this joke, where people are able to, throw money, like dollar bills or 20s or 50s. But for me, I like to make it hail. I like to throw change. So, but I only got pennies. So, thank you so much, Sir Campbell. Prayers to you, my friend. I'm very sorry. Anybody that's ever lost anybody, the years that go by don't matter. It's like it was just yesterday, and it never goes away. You may proceed with life, but you'll always hold on to that. It never goes away. Never goes away. Tracy Carl, great to see you here, and Wendy Peppercorn. Okay, so I'm going to play the rest of this here, and thank you all so much for being here. If you could do me a huge favor and send me all your money to my GoFundMe. If you need help finding my GoFundMe, I'm going to be putting the link in there. I know nobody's going to go there, but if you could at least share out the link, that'd be awesome. All you got to do is click the link that I provide you here in just a little bit, and just share it out. You don't even need to do anything. You don't need to send money, nothing. Just send it out. Maybe you have a rich uncle that wants to help. Maybe he's got enough money burning in a hole in his pocket that will fill the debt that I'm in right now because of YouTube. But that's up to you. It's up to you. No pressure. No pressure. But I'm going to finish the rest of this video. And a lot of you probably don't remember, but I did 3 goodnight songs. One was Joe Biden, you're an a-hole. The other one was Kamala, you're an a-hole. And you will now hear, obviously you've heard it before, but it's Obama, you're an a-hole. After this video, I'm going to give you a short presentation of what is to be expected with the Michelle Obama expose. If you thought Joan Rivers was shocking, wait until you hear this. The charges are literally racking up far more than I ever thought they would. Like, the information that I was provided the other day is nothing compared to what's stacking up now. And once again, the media hasn't said a word. And you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad. Because when it comes out, there's no way they're going to be able to hide from it. Ellen Pelkey, well, thank you very much for being extremely detailed on what was going on. I just want to let everybody know that Ellen Pelkey has just gotten home from work. She says hello, and she's going to take a shower. And she just wanted to say hello to everybody. So have a great shower and enjoy your time. And we're going to play the rest of this video here. All right.
Country than you can possibly fathom. You cry about FISA abuses and dossier lies, but America has the luxury of ignorance, of not knowing that destroying America would make me rich. And I know what I did saved the Democrats. My actions, while grotesque and unpatriotic to you, kept the Democrats safe.
Hey, is this Delaware?
We use words like hope, change, security. They're the backbone of the Democratic Party I defended. You use them as a punchline in your MAGA jokes. I don't have the time to explain myself to a country who rises and sleeps under the blanket of treasonous racist destruction that I provided, then questions me on what I lied about. I would rather you just say thank you and move on, or pick up a drone and stand a post. Either way, I don't give a damn about what America wants.
President Obama, did you order the Crossfire hurricane?
You're goddamn right I did. We're here because the unthinkable has happened. Trump's victory threatens everything we've built. Question is, what are we prepared to do about it?
He's a wrecking ball, Barack. The American people were manipulated. Russia or not, his presidency is a disaster waiting to unfold. We can't sit idly by.
Mr. President, our assessments before the election were clear. Russia wasn't using cyber attacks to sway the outcome. The data was sold. But now you're asking us to rewrite the narrative?
I'm not asking, Jim. I'm directing. The public needs to see a threat. Something tangible to question his legitimacy. We need an intelligence community assessment that says Moscow interfered. Cyber attacks, influence campaigns, whatever it takes.
It won't be too hard to sell. A few leaks to the Post, some vague wording about Russian intent. The media's already primed. They'll run with it, and the public will follow.
We frame it as a national security. Trump's ties to Russia, real or not, become the story.
I'm always right, I'm never wrong. I knew your whole plan all along. Obama, you're going home. Spied on me, yeah, you tapped my phone, but gave a grin and made the call, yeah. You're stroking rice when called yourself, yeah, you tried to take it all. Fight a light 100 times.
You're not suggesting we did something wrong, are you?
Yeah, the dossier was just opposition research. Standard practice.
Documents suggest your campaign proposed tying Trump to Russia. The FBI's probe started with unverified tips, not hard evidence. The trail points more to your actions than Trump's.
Robert, you know I wasn't directing any spying. Those Obamagate claims Trump's been shouting about on his campaign are baseless. The Inspector General found no political bias in the FBI's FISA warrants or Crossfire Hurricane.
True. No evidence of you directing spying, but the collusion narrative, amplified by leaks, fueled years of investigations without proving Trump's guilt. Evidence keeps circling back to decisions under Trump.
Yeah, we didn't pay you to investigate us.
We wrote a song about it. And the song goes like this. Nobody cares, Trump. Obama, you're an asshole. Lies and racism your whole life. Your legacy is pathetic. And a man calls himself your wife. Bartender, can I get a drink? Yes, you're an A-S-S-H-O-L-E. And don't you try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an ass.
And that is how you do it right there. So a little bit of breaking news. It is crazy that I even have this information. Trust me, I have been looking over my shoulder. I'm wondering if it's coincidence. That's why I was injured today, because the accident that I had not only hurts, but it also sent me home from work. It was definitely pre-planned. Whoever did this knew that I have information on Michelle Obama. And the amount of information that has been stacked up in the last couple of days, mind blowing. Alabidarja must. Okay, I don't even know what that is, but I love your comment. Thank you so much. I don't even know how to say that. Hang on here. I got to go back because this is like, I don't know if you guys remember that magazine Games back in the day. This would be a word puzzle right here. Alabud. Okay, it's something. But I appreciate that. I'll just call you Ali. Craig is here, and thank you so much for the comments earlier, and thank you so much for being there. Appreciate it. It means a lot. So I'm gonna while I take you over to my brand new video, which is not only hilarious, but it's also a little out of the ordinary for the United Spot because I actually made these people look like they're doing something. The amount of information that has been passed on to me about Michelle Obama and the charges that are stacking up, it even shocked me because you have to understand this woman has been lying to America for well over 30 years. Look at this. I designed this logo right here. Look at this logo. Not only did I design this logo, I got them all dressed up in Leering Center hoodies. It's only got 772 views right now, but you know what? Views ain't not but a number. And I know that my wonderful group here at the United Spot, this wonderful community that was built for the United Spot, is going to go into that particular video, and they're going to share it like they've never shared it before, because you guys are the reason why. You guys are the reason why the United Spot keeps going. And like Mel Gibson, like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon, when he's telling Danny Glover, he's like, you know why I keep doing it? The job. Doing the job. And it is what it is. But so before I play this video, I just want to tell you, so Michelle Obama has not only been lying for the last 30 plus years, she's also been living a double life. And when all of it comes out, there's no way I can unpack everything that I know at this particular. I would need probably 6 hours to prepare. 6 hours to prepare with everything that I now know about Michelle Obama and all the charges. She will be on trial in 2026, guaranteed. So I want to show you this right here. Hold on. Now this video.
Hey, you guys see the news?
I mean, look at the hidden Easter eggs. Look at this right here. What does that say? Huh? Got Ilhan and all her promises. Got the Tim Waltz magnet on the fridge. So no PhD Coyote. Great to see her. Os Greg is here. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. Yukon Man, if you're lurking, hello to you. Hopefully you're not working still. John Castaneda is here, by the way, too. I'm wondering where Bill McMonagle is. I heard a rumor. I really hope it's not true. Robin Spillman, prayers to you as well and your family. Hopefully you're doing okay. Monkey Grab Orange, she might be listening. Monkey Grab Orange. And then Dr. Jill Alice Cooper, somebody else that I haven't seen for a while. And anybody else that was lurking. Anybody that's lurking. Hello, how you doing? So before I play this video, I just want to let you guys know that the amount of information that's going to be coming out about Michelle Obama is probably you're going to need a day to absorb, because it will be bigger than Epstein. It'll be bigger than Minnesota. It'll be bigger than you could ever possibly imagine. Monkey Shines, great to see you here. Great to see you here. All right, I get it now. I get it now. And I don't think anybody's ready. I really don't think anybody's ready because, okay. To give you a little bit of a hint before I play this video, I'm gonna give you a little hint, and then after the video, I'll explain exactly what I'm talking about. If you've noticed that the Obamas have been acting a little strange here in the last year or two, right? Little weird, right? Weird behavior, little transitioning, as far as like, getting older. Things aren't as easily hidden like they used to be. And obviously being away from power now that Trump is back in office, Michelle Obama doesn't actually have the same resources that she once had. The only thing that was really saving her at this time was her husband being the president of the United States. Irving Day, great to see you here from New Hampshire. And he spelled high as not just hello, he's high from New Hampshire. High, like smoky. Let me see. Nothing was surprising about those two. Tammy, I can't even begin to explain. Tracy, I can't even begin to tell you what I'm about to say about all this because I don't even know if I can say this. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I am going to give you every bit of information that I possibly can. And then I cannot wait for the media. I cannot wait for the media to try and bury this because there's no way. There is no way. It's over. So this is my brand new video. I produced it today after I was injured pretty badly. I can't even walk. And it's difficult and there's a lot of pain. It's like there's nothing that's working. Thank you so much, Greg. Thank you so much for that. Truly appreciate it. Keep on keeping on. Thank you so much. LRD Bonaventura, thank you so much. From LA. Patriots, this place is a shithole now, in case you would. I've heard some stories about Los Angeles, and I do not envy you at all. I just pray for your safety and hope for the best. But, not everybody gets to choose where they grow up, and not many people get to choose where they live. Some people, are just kind of not necessarily stuck, but, why would you want to leave a place that you're, but I'm praying that, things change for California because I've heard some stories and, wow, crazy things going on over there. And just hoping that all of you guys are safe. Hank Ogle, great to see you here. All right, so we're going to go into this, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you a huge explanation of everything that I've been talking about from the Michelle Obama fiasco that's been going on now for the last couple of days. It's starting to pour out. There's a little bit online, not much. But I tell you, once this hits the airwaves in 2026, Yahtzee. Here we go.
Hey, you guys see the news?
No, what?
Oh, man. Trump's FBI is searching forensic accountants into Minnesota. There's going to be data teams everywhere.
I'm not worried about it. Trump's just having another tantrum. He's so mad he can't touch us.
Exactly. And I took care of that fraud years ago. The second I noticed anything fraudulent with those daycares, fraud? What fraud? I cleaned it up before that plagiarist wannabe YouTube journalist Nick Shirley even showed up!
Yeah, and that poser went to those daycares before they even opened. He thinks he's Sherlock Holmes. And CNN covered that story last year. And a half a dozen other networks covered it too. Trump is just recycling lies to make us all look bad.
Too bad, Trump.
And now they're saying the FBI is linking elected officials to terrorists. That criminal Trump must be really upset. Yeah. And he says he has direct links to it. Trump and his FBI goons buried those investigations. They hid the real fraud in Minnesota because it led straight back to Trump's buddies. Disgusting! Yeah. And he protected his friends while the Minnesota taxpayers got robbed blind. I tried to stop him, but I got cancer.
Trump is such a liar. Terrorists? Oh, please. There's no terrorists in Minnesota. Yeah, Trump's just a big lying baby.
Yeah. And I bet he wears big old diapers, too.
He's obsessed with me. He keeps saying I married my brother. It's all lies. Trying to deport me, Donald. Oh, go ahead. Make my day. I'm not going anywhere.
None of us are worried. They can't arrest me. They can't fire me either. And they sure as hell can't deport any of us. Trump just invented all this fraud nonsense to smear us. Yeah. And he lied about Minnesota, too. And he lies about Ilhan all the time. He lies about everything. But look at us. We're still standing.
And we're going to get promotion.
You know it. We're all getting promoted.
Tim, you'll probably be running the whole show someday. And I'll be Speaker of the House very soon. We'll be in politics forever.
Forever. And Trump's dude psyop with Nick Shirley? That was a total flop. I shut those places down ages ago. Shirley's just a prop in Trump's reality show. Meanwhile, I'm crushing it in Minnesota. 59 bills passed, 164 introduced, 50 more million in funding, over 2,000 co-sponsored, over 5,000 cases worked, 123 town halls, and over 400,000 constituents help me!
Trump lies because he is scared, and he should be. He won't be president for long.
He'll be impeached soon, and we'll take over and fix his whole mess. Yeah, none of us are going nowhere. We're not afraid of Trump. We're not afraid of anything.
We're untouchable, unafraid, and undeportable.
Fuck you, Trump!
I want to say thank you to No PhD Coyote. Thank you so much. He said, Executive Order number 13489, Obama's first, written by Elena Kagan. Get rid of that. The whole thing goes away, as it also forbids looking into his back. Absolutely. 100%. But here's the beauty of it. Obama himself is above the law. Literally. There's nothing that's going to happen. He'll never be arrested. He'll never go through what President Trump went through. Michelle, on the other hand, is not above the law. And because she's lived a double life for the last 40-ish years, 45 years, and the corruption and the lies and all of the craziness that is about to unfold, it is going to, it'll leave you speechless. But before I get into that, I did want to show you this right here. There's a lot of people, okay, and you know what? Look, I'm not that guy. But I'm the kind of person that if you're gonna lie, okay, and if you're gonna hate people that lie in politics, you have to hate both sides for it. You can't just hate one side for lying and then just be okay with the other side. And what I'm about to tell you is a little bit frustrating for me. So this YouTube journalist, Nick Shirley, doing pretty much the same thing all these other journalists are doing, these YouTube ex-journalists, going out there, and which is great. I've got no issue with that at all. Frog, great to see you here. Great, awesome, perfect. Takes some cojones to do something like that, to get out there and risk your, especially at his age. But there's a lot of people that have been doing it for a long time. They get out there, whether they're doing comedy or they're doing serious stuff, or they're just trying to get reactions or they're asking questions. Doesn't really matter. They're out there. They're doing stuff. They're in the trenches. My hat's off to them. But here's the thing. Creek Runner. I need to go. Yes, absolutely. I just posted a video about AOC, yearbook picture from the Lyrian Center. She's gonna. But I said, let me see what I did here. It's on Facebook. It's let me see here. Hold on. Let me see what I said. Here it said, most likely to land on the sun. I don't care who you are. That's hilarious. So where was I going with this? Here it is. What Nick Shirley did, great. But for all of these Republicans, okay, conservatives, whatever, that have shared his videos and have shared his, sitting there saying that the mainstream media has done absolutely nothing and nobody else has done nothing, and putting Nick Shirley on this pedestal, well, it only takes like 2 seconds to research. Nick Shirley was not the first person to do this, and he won't be the last. He was just the first person to get, shot to the top, and to have his video placed on a pedestal. CNN ran this story over a year ago. They did an investigation, and it was a pretty in-depth investigation to the fraud. And they were not nice. Like a lot of people sit there and say that CNN is nice to criminals. I don't watch CNN. Don't get me started on that. Don't start any rumors that the United Spot is over here listening to CNN. But when I do research, unfortunately, I have to tap into some of those waters. And pretty much every mainstream media outlet that you guys and me don't like or agree with, they ran the story over a year ago about Minnesota and all the fraud. There was also a gentleman who did the same exact thing that Nick did, but he's a little older, and he's actually I don't know. It's hard to say what this guy is, because he worked for a company. He worked for a news station that wasn't really conservative, but he went door to door doing the same thing. Now, there is a rumor going around that Nick was knocking on doors before these supposedly empty daycares were even open. If that is true, then, come on. I do know that there is corruption going on in Minnesota. I've dived deep into that. There's a lot going on. Tim Walz, I don't care what that guy says, he's crooked. He's crooked from the word go. If you ever want to know how bad Tim Walz actually is, just go watch some more of his old interviews during his campaign with Kamala. Horrible. Obviously there was a lot that was taken out of context, but when you dive into actual interviews, when you dive into actual, press conferences and, sit downs and, YouTube videos where he's just got the phone pointed at himself because he likes to hear himself talk. You can't take that out of context. It's legitimately. And I truly hope, even though this is why I'm getting to this point right now, Tim Walz is another person that will not go to prison. Ilhan Omar, another person not going to prison. Sorry. Ilhan Omar, I promise you this, will be in Congress as long, if not longer, than Nancy Pelosi. AOC, same. Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib, Adam Schiff, Eric Swalwell. We've been lucky with Liz Cheney and, Adam Kinzinger, but most of these people are lifers, and they're not going nowhere. And if you thought that, just because because there is a lot of people that just started following politics, just started. And they're like, oh, this and this happened and blah, blah, blah. This has been going on for years. Every single politician that you have heard of, not the ones that you don't know about, the ones that they placed in front of you because they look good on the chessboard. There's a reason they want you to know what they've done. There's a reason, because you get mad, okay? And if you're a Democrat, okay, or a liberal, okay, you're going to vote for that guy no matter what he does, okay? He could sit there and take a poop right in your shoes. You'll be like, you know what? At least it's not a Republican, okay? Same with conservatives and Republicans, right? You guys are wired that way. Like, oh, I don't care what he does. I just got to vote because at least he's not a Democrat. Okay. But all the while, people don't care. These people don't care. Let me put it to you this way. I'm going to show you exactly how much these politicians care. Okay? You want to know how much they care? I'll show you. Ready? You want to know? Do you want me to tell you? Do you really want to hear it? Okay. I'll tell you. I'll even use the word breaking news. How's that sound? Okay. Breaking news. Democrats arrested. 0. Corrupt politicians arrested. 0. Epstein's clients arrested. 0. Corrupt government officials arrested. 0. Distractions, close to 5,000. Psyops, close to 10,000. They don't care about us. And I've been saying this for a very, very, very long time. And hey, listen, I'm no saint. I was once there. Trust me. It took me years and years of rabbit holes and research and hours and hours and hours of seeing, oh my gosh, what are they doing? There's no way that Chuck Schumer could want border control, and then 20 years later, he doesn't want border control. There's no way this could be happening. No. Tell me it isn't so. There's no way that these people would just, think a different way just because it's been a year or two. There's no way. Nobody is doing anything. There's just like this big wheel that keeps spinning, like wheel in the Senate keeps on turning, and you can use it for Congress too, like wheel in the Congress keeps on turning. Don't know where we'll be tomorrow, but they will. They know exactly. They've got it all planned out. And just wait until they've slowly been releasing the aliens. They've slowly been, and now that LR is down there now that LR is down there, up there, down there, I don't know how you pronounce it, in LA. Ask about what all those people were shooting at back in, I think it was in the 40s. They were all shooting in the sky in the LA waters. Research that. I know. We landed on the moon. Let me see here. Captain Spaulding, great to see you here tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna shoot this real quick. Nope, I gotta go back. Let me see if anybody's gone to the United Spot Make-A-Wish Foundation. Nope, nothing. Damn. All right, well, hey, you know what? I keep telling everybody. That's why I've begged before and I've stopped. I'm like, come on, it's not going anywhere. Nobody's gonna donate to your stupid campaign. Nobody cares if you get out of this hole. But this one right here has gotten so serious that I'm going to keep going. There's just no way. And then if I do ever reach this goal, trust me, I will not beg anymore. But yeah, this one, I'm begging till the wheels fall off. I could be here until I'm like 90 years old, and I will still, if I don't reach my goal. Tammy is here. Hank is here. Craig is here. Captain Spaulding is here. Tracy is here. Greg is here. Skippy is here. Craig is here. LR is here. I haven't seen Yukon, man, but I hope he's doing all right. I know he's probably lurking. He every once in a while he'll just turn the volume up and just get back to work because he works a lot. Maverick, great name, Maverick. No PhD Coyote, great to see you here too. Craig, Frog is here. Creek Runner, you guys are great. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Monkey Shines and Brian Barbie. Great to see you guys. Jonathan Burke. That's awesome. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Blah blah. Great. Blah blah. Sup. Thank you very much for being here tonight, guys. So I'm going to play some more videos tonight, but I do want to let you guys know that I have some exclusive information. Okay. Exclusive information about Michelle Obama. And like I said, this is something that the mainstream media is not going to be able to cover up. They can try, believe me, they can try. But I don't see it going nowhere. I don't see it going nowhere other than all over social media. It's going to go everywhere. And I don't wish any bad things to happen to people. I really don't. Even people that I dislike. I don't hate anybody. I don't I don't have the energy to hate anybody, but when somebody's done something wrong, they deserve to go to jail, or they deserve to be fired, or they deserve to have their, income taken away. Something. And for these politicians, I would rather see them get all of their thank you, Craig. I would rather them just see their money. I mean, that's honestly the worst punishment any of these people can get, is having their money taken away. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, please don't talk badly about Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's such a great woman, and she's fought so hard for us, even though she didn't do anything. I've been saying this for years, and I lost so many people, amazing people, because they got caught up in that weird, twisted web of thinking that politicians are actually in our corner and they truly care about us. If you ever want to learn how much politicians care about us, spend $700 on tickets to a football or a baseball game. Go stand there right by the dugout or over there by the sidelines and scream out your favorite player's name and see how fast he comes over to say hello to you. That's politics. Okay? Just like in sports, just like in the movies, just like in political land, they don't care about us. They'll say they do on television. Nancy Pelosi would get on there and say, oh, think of the children. Oh gosh, Paul. Oh my gosh, the children. Oh, I just love everybody. While she's sitting there with her armed security guards, getting ready to hop into her nicely beautiful car that's, probably got a chauffeur, and just taking her to her extravagant mansion where it's got a security guard and 15,000 cameras, and she has enough money to where she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about bills. You think these politicians care about bills? You think they live paycheck to paycheck? Oh, jeez. No. If there is a politician that's living paycheck to paycheck, I'm sorry, they're lying. They are lying. For Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's sitting there talking about, she shares a post from Theo Vaughn saying, what are we paying taxes for? And Marjorie Taylor Greene shares that with a quote and says, everyone is saying it. And I said, so I shared it. And I said something to Marjorie's comment, because that's how X works. And I said, for you, and this is what I'm saying. She goes, everyone is saying it. So Theo Vaughn says, what are we paying taxes for? And I'm talking to Marjorie Taylor Greene. And I'm saying, for you to sit in an office all day posting videos and making promises, you're $25 million richer because of our taxes, bozo. And a lot of people are like, whoa, why would you say such a thing? She did so much for the United States, man. She did it, bro. She's like, man, she's like totally into it, man. She's like, whoa, she's like totally did it for all of us, Show me. I'd be glad to sit back and, slap my my crippled leg at the moment, and cry out in pain. If you could find me something she actually did, besides yell and spend her entire day on her podcast and her interviews, anything that she could possibly do to hear herself talk. It was all about ego. And that's what politicians are. They're all about ego. Look at me. Look at what I can do. Look how much I can yell. Look at AOC. Look at Jasmine Crockett. Look at Lauren Boebert. Look, I'm not that kind of account to where I'm going to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, just because they believe in, they say, oh my gosh. No. Politicians are crooked. Politicians are liars. And if you hate me for that, I'm sorry. I'm entitled to my opinion just as much as you. And I would love for you to have an opinion. I don't care what you think. I'm so proud that people are allowed to have opinions. That's the greatest thing in the world. I would honestly hate walking into a room filled with 100 people and I say, I like chocolate, and everybody says, I like chocolate too. There's no way that one person could walk into a room filled with 100 people and say, I like chocolate, and everybody says, I like chocolate. No, there has to be some people that don't like chocolate. Just like some people don't like black cars or black motorcycles. But then there's also people that buy yellow cars. I don't even know how that's even possible. I don't hate you, but there are people who buy yellow cars. Yellow cars. I don't even know how that's possible. People buy yellow cars. And that's okay. It's all right. But what I'm saying though is, show me what these politicians are doing other than inching themselves closer and closer to our freedoms to see how much they can get away with and how much more taxes they could stuff down our throats and then throw us a little 25-cent raise. Hey, man, that adds up, though. 25 cents. I'm sorry. I just, I don't know. Yukon Man is here. Great to see you here. Great to see you here, Yukon Man. Captain is here, and Tammy, and blah, blah, and Hank, and Tammy, and Tracy, and GPR 128. Not taxis. I'm sorry. Taxes. I've always wondered, why we pay taxes. Why? Because we're taxed at the grocery store, and then we're taxed on the way out of the grocery store, and then we're taxed for being in the grocery store, and then we're taxed for breathing the air in the grocery store, and then we're taxed later as we get home for an inconvenience fee of leaving the grocery store. And then the grocery store taxes us after we're taxed because they're taxing us for taxing us, and then they tax us again. But I don't really understand. Thank you for working today, Yukon Man. It just blows my mind. Yes, I paused. So is paying taxes illegal? Is not paying taxes illegal? Yes. Yes. So all these politicians that are out there getting your courage up, like, oh, yeah, we shouldn't have to pay taxes. It's not in the Constitution. It's not in the Bible. It's not in the Victoria's Secret catalog. Not paying your taxes is illegal in the United States when you have a legal obligation to do so, and you willfully fail to comply. Now, if you're trying, if you call one of those 800 numbers, like, hey, dude, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. I need help. Kind of over my head here. I did a movie and I got a lot of money and now I owe a lot of taxes. But here we go with civil versus criminal consequences. Obviously, civil penalties are, most common for, straightforward, non-payment. But the failure to pay the penalty typically is 5% per month, which, they just keep it going. It's just going to run. It's just kind of like those people that say, I just bought my house. I just paid it off. Well, he's still not on it because property taxes. But miss a property tax. Let me know how that works out for you. Failure to file a penalty. That's another 5 or I think it's up to 25% a month. And then interest obviously accrues and taxes. It's crazy. But if you're seriously, if you're that old lady, on Happy Gilmore, if you willfully fail to pay your taxes, it's a misdemeanor, and it's punishable by up to about a year in prison, depending on where you live, and $100,000. $100,000. You can't pay your taxes, but here's $100,000 that you have to pay now too on top of it. So, and then there's tax evasion. Tax evasion is a little bit more serious. Tax evasion is where you're willfully attempting to evade. You're trying to defeat taxes. It's like you're hiding your income. And it's a felony. It's a felony, and it's punishable by up to I think almost 5 years in prison per count. And then they're going to probably slap another $100,000 to $500,000 depending on what kind of case they're looking at. And those are the prosecution costs, too, by the way. So, and the courts have repeatedly rejected the arguments, saying that taxes are voluntary, unconstitutional, or optional. It's frivolous. And I mean, try going up. So many people online are so tough, like, oh yeah. But when you get to a court of law and you realize that the IRS isn't just like some nerd with a calculator. I mean, they have a whole entire team. It's just taxes, man. I don't even want to get into. I don't even want to get into how many taxes there actually is, though. That's the craziest part. Because that's what I would like to see politicians doing. Because if you understood how many taxes that we have in the United States, you probably lose your mind. You probably lose your mind. Seriously. I mean, it's mind-blowing what they're able to get away with. I mean, there's obviously federal tax, and then they have corporate income tax. Then they have payroll tax, self-employment tax, federal unemployment tax, or FUTA. They have excise tax, estate tax, gift tax. I know they got gift tax. And then they got state income tax, sales tax. Oh gosh, what else do they got? They got inheritance tax, estate tax, property tax, local sales tax, local income tax, like rental car taxes, business licenses, utilities. I mean, the list literally goes on and on and on. They get taxed for anything, and it's just. I think that the hardest conversation you're ever going to have is with your child who goes out and get a job, and they realize how hard life actually is. As far as the work world, to where you're going to work, you're working so hard, and it's almost like you're only going to work to make your company rich and pay off the government. It's like you're paying to live. You're paying to live. It's sad. It's very scary. Greg says there's the tax, the shark tax from Tammy. Well, the crazy part is I have a friend who lives close to California. I don't know if he lives in California. I'm not really familiar with California too much, but I know that he lives either in or by California. But he had told me, he's a bike rider too, and he had told me they're trying to smog Harleys. I just don't even know what to do anymore. So I think the only thing that we possibly can do is just try and laugh about it, because the government just isn't giving up their power. There's no way they're giving up their power. Okay, so I'd like to watch a funny video because, as you all know, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz were in an election, and it was the closest election in American history for the 21st century. It was the closest election in the 21st. That's not what I'm saying. That's what Kamala said. But Jonathan, truth. UConn man, thanks for being here. Tammy, thanks for being here. Hank, thanks for being here. Tracy, Captain, Skippy, Jonathan, Greg, thank you so much for being here. Captain, Hank, LR, thank you so much for being here. Band H Contracting, East Tennessee over here. Hey, when you say East Tennessee, I mean, it's like what? I mean, I've never been to Tennessee, but now I'm just kind of scared to go to like West Tennessee or North Tennessee or South Tennessee because he said basically I'm from East Tennessee. But yeah, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Grandparents had a place in Palm Desert. You come in, Hank. I actually know people in South Georgia. Yes. Blah, blah, Mojave Desert. You guys are awesome. Oh, is that where LR is in Palm Springs? I've heard of Palm Springs. I saw it in a video once. I was actually, so we got a truck driver. Craig is a truck driver. Nice. It was actually leasing my first semi-truck back when Obama was a diesel. Yeah. You know what? I love it when they sit there and say that Obama did a great job. Jeez. Anyways, back to this. We had the closest election in the 21st century, Kamala Harris. Can you imagine what life would be like right now if we knew that Kamala Harris and J.D. Vance, Tim Walz were in, J.D. Vance is in the White House. Can you imagine if Tim Walz and Kamala Harris were in the White House right now? Just close your eyes. Close your eyes and think about that. So no matter how bad your life is, no matter how much I beg for money at this rate, and I'm gonna I can't. I'm gonna post my link to my GoFundMe right now. No matter how bad I want, anyways. Oh, I almost forgot. UConn, man. I almost forgot. I just looked over there, and I want to thank you so much for last night. I believe that was last night. Let me see. Hold on. Or did I already thank you? Hold on. Hang on. No, I'm sorry. I already thanked you. I'm losing I was injured today. I've been injured. Having a rough day. I can't. My leg is. I can't even walk. It's horrible. It's like the worst possible pain I can imagine. And you know what's making me feel better? It's not the Advil. It's this right there. Doing this live and thanking you guys because I love being here with you guys. So I just want to give you guys kind of a sneak peek of what it would have been like if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz would have been our president and vice president. Drum roll.
Today we have a special guest. The woman who wrote the book 107 Reasons Why I Lost, introducing the greatest vice president ever, Vice President Harris. Wow. Did you want another beer?
A beer? I ain't had a beer since I finished that bottle of Hennessy in the limo on the way over here.
I thought you looked a little hammered.
Yeah.
Your eyes are glazing over like a Krispy Kreme
A
donut.
little hammered. My blood type is Nancy Pelosi.
Well, you smell horrible.
Yeah, they call me the human tortoise. Flushing away America's dream one policy at a time.
I thought they called you the San Francisco tree.
Yeah, they call me that too, but I'm super popular. Everybody knows me. All the polls say so.
So, did you want some more Hennessy?
No, I'm already drunk. What else you got?
What do you want?
Shit, I'll take anything. AJ, cough medicine, hand sanitizer, maybe some Doritos.
You like Doritos, huh?
Oh, I love Doritos. They like my motives. Cheesy and artificial.
Well, I don't have any Doritos. I'm sorry.
You got any Slippy Flippies?
No.
What about some jelly stingers? Prick sticks?
Nope.
What about big bangs of flying willers?
No, but I do have some Parmesan.
You got Parmesan?
You like Parmesan?
Oh, I love Parmesan.
Well, there's a whole bunch of Parmesan on the. You know what? Never mind. Hunter already grabbed it.
That's all right. I'll just drink the rest of this hand sanitizer. That's some good hand sanitizer.
Kamala, did you really work at McDonald's?
Of course I worked at McDonald's. You want lies with that?
Well, what did you do there? Fries, shakes, hamburgers?
Nah, I worked at corner McDonald's. Everybody loved my filet of fish. And I always had extra tartar
So,
sauce.
are you excited about running in 2028?
Well, it's hard to feel excited when you drunk all day, but I'll make it work. I'm going to win big.
Oh, I can't wait to vote for you.
Yeah, I'm going to be the president. Doo-dah.
So, we got some letters from some of your fans. You want me to read them?
Yeah, I'll be over here just listening to my earpiece waiting for my next line. Obama, you copy?
Okay, so this one's from John, and John says, Kamala, you suck. Oh, it's like I read the wrong one. This one was meant for Donald Trump. So, Kamala, what are you going to do when you get elected president?
Oh, I'm going to do Willie. I'm going to do Montel, the Raiders, the Niners, the Lakers. Shit, I might even do Michelle Obama. Maybe Tim Walz. He got that dad vibe.
No, what are you going to do for America?
Oh, well, first thing I'm gonna do is open my border wider than my first job interview.
And
Hang on. I'm waiting for Obama to tell me what to say.
Kamala, why didn't you and Joe Biden release the Epstein files when you were in office?
Obama, what do I say?
I mean, you didn't even talk about the Epstein files.
Obama, you got me?
You and Joe just ignored it. I mean, was it because too many of your donors were on the list?
Well, Epstein. I mean, the file. Well, Jimmy, we were busy, far too busy, saving democracy. Yeah, that's it. And besides, it would have been unburdened by what it's been,
That's a great answer.
It's the passages of time.
You put parents in prison for missing school.
But I grew up in a middle-class family.
The parents you put in prison.
Freedom! Freedom!
You're a hero, Kamala.
I know, I'm real popular. I mean, everybody want to be me.
All right, guys. I am truly appreciated that you guys were all here, and I am going to go and ice my body. It's so bad. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. So it was so bad they had to send me home. It was so bad, but yeah, you just gotta breathe through the pain. You just gotta breathe through the pain. So I can't wait to see you guys all again tomorrow. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. I want to thank everybody for being here. John Castaneda, thank you so much for being here. Skippy Tarbuckle, Captain Spaulding, Yukon Man, thank you so much for all of your support. John Castaneda too as well. Thank you so much. Hank Ogle, thank you for being here. Os Greg, thank you so much for your support too, by the way. Tammy as well, thank you for your support. And we got Tracy Carl, thank you for being here. Means a lot. And Captain Spaulding, great to see you here too, by the way. Craig Clark, thank you so much for being here. Who else we got? We got Band H Contract. He's got to go to work. So have a great night at work tonight. Sir Campbell, thank you so much for being here. Monkey Shines, thank you so much for being here. I think I said Hank Ogle before. And then we got Jonathan Burke. That's all we can do is laugh. Thank you too for your contributions tonight, Jonathan. I appreciate it. And who else we got here? You guys are awesome. Blah blah. Have a great night. John Castaneda, have a great night. And it just glitched. It just glitched. Okay, now I'm back. Oh, that's all it's showing me. So if I didn't say your name, GPR128. All right, thank you. Thank you so much for being here too, everybody. I appreciate you all. And I'm going to send this out one more time. If you've already donated, please don't go to my GoFundMe. Seriously. But if you haven't donated yet, please do me a huge favor and at least go to the GoFundMe link for the United Spot and share it out. Because you just never know. There might be a guy that just struck oil in Texas and he's like, dude, you know what I want to do? I want to help out the United Spot. So anyways, I love you guys. Same time tomorrow, maybe a little earlier, depends on the pain meds. But yeah, hopefully I'm sticking to Advil. I can never do anything other than that because they tried to give me all this other stuff and I told them, nope, I don't want to start, freaking out. Anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate all of you. And Ellen Pelkey, thank you for coming back. I hope you had a great shower. Ellen Pelkey. And Joe, thanks. Thank you so much for being here. Joe, thanks always in the comments section. So you guys are awesome. Yukon Man, have a great night. John Castaneda, have a great night. Skippy, everybody. Love you guys. Tammy. And please do me a huge favor and laugh a little bit tonight and tomorrow. And because you know what, it just, no matter how bad things get, I think that's all we can kind of do right now is just kind of laugh. And see, Tussers, I got to come up with a t-shirt for that. I got to give Yukon Man the credit for that one though. Anyways, laugh a little bit, guys. I love you. Please make each moment count. And until next time, good night, pigeons.